My dear students, today we are moving to the second part of inductive effect and discussing the basicity of amines. Amines are the functional groups in organic chemistry. These compounds are derivatives of ammonia. So look at the structure of ammonia. In the ammonia, 3 hydrogen atom and 1 nitrogen atom is there. And that nitrogen atom is carrying lone pair of electrons. Then look at these structures. When one of the hydrogen atom is replaced by an alkyl group or aryl group, here we consider only aliphatic amines. So one of the hydrogen atom is replaced by alkyl group forming a primary amine. And when two hydrogen atoms are replaced by alkyl group, that is called secondary amine. And when three hydrogen atoms are replaced by alkyl group, that is known as tertiary amine. So here these are primary, secondary and tertiary amines. So amines are functional groups in organic chemistry but carry a lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen atom. So just collect the previous concept of Lewis acid base. In Lewis acid base concept, a substance which donate electron pairs is known as a base. A substance which donate electron pair is known as a base. So the amine is carrying a lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen atom, and this nitrogen atom is readily available for an electrophile, that is an electron deficient center or a compound which is having electron deficiency. So let's consider this equation, chemical reaction where an amine, when hydrochloric acid is added into an amine. So this bond is breaking and one proton, H plus ion is there and Cl minus ion. We will consider only the electrophile, the H plus ion. The amine is having lone pair of electrons. This H plus ion comes to attack the lone pair, or the amine is donating the lone pair to the H plus ion, forming an alkyl ammonium cation. You should remember the name of this cation. This is alkyl ammonium cation and Cl minus. Hence, the presence of lone pair decides the basicity or basic character of amine. And this process of attack or acceptance of the lone pair by H plus ion is known as protonation or hydronation. Hydronation is nothing but when a hydrogen cation or a proton or H plus ion is involved, it is known as protonation or in other type hydronation. Okay. So the basicity of an amine can be decided differently. The basicity or basic character of amine is different in two phases, that is in gaseous phase and in aqueous phase. In gaseous phase, the basicity order, the order is which one is having high basicity, whether tertiary or secondary or primary. So the order is different in these two phases. Let's apply inductive effect first. When applying inductive effect, we will consider gaseous phase initially. These amines are in gaseous phase. Okay, these amines are in gaseous phase. The presence of alkyl group, as you already understood in the previous class, that when the number of alkyl group increases, plus effect also increases. Okay. In the case of a tertiary amine, the alkyl group releases electron towards this nitrogen atom, okay, which is already carrying lone pair of electrons. So what happened? This lone pair of electron is readily available for the protonation or the electrophile to attack. And when in the case of a secondary amine, two alkyl groups are there, and in the case of primary amine, only one alkyl group is there. So plus effect is very less. And when we consider ammonia, plus effect is nil. So the order of basicity will be tertiary greater than secondary, which in turn greater than primary. So plus effect, the order is tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. This plus effect of amines in gaseous phase is same in the case of aqueous phase also. What is aqueous phase? When amine is dissolved in water. So, Plessey effect on the basicity of amine is seen in both gaseous phase as well as aqueous phase. But the basicity order we have explained here, this one, is only applicable in gaseous phase, not in aqueous phase. Because in aqueous phase, we must consider two additional factors, that is solvation effect or hydration effect and steric effect or steric hindrance. We will go to discuss more on these two factors and decide what is the basic order of or basicity of amine in aqueous phase. Okay. Now learn that according to Plessey effect, the order of basicity of amines both in gaseous and aqueous phase is tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. But in aqueous phase, the resultant basicity can be determined with the support of two additional factors. One is solvation or hydration effect and steric effect. What is solvation effect? It's nothing, but it's when a solute is dissolved in a solvent, the solvent molecules surrounded the solute through certain bonds, whether it can be hydrogen bond or van der Waals forces. When the solvent is water, it forms hydrogen bond with the solute molecule. That is known as solvation effect. When the solvent is water, it is called hydration effect. Let's consider this chemical reaction. When amine, which is the solute, when amine is dissolved in water, what's the product which forming? Alkyl ammonium salt. We have already discussed. In hydration effect or in water or in aqueous phase, the stability of this ammonium, alkyl ammonium salt, decide the basic character of amine. That's important. If the stability of this alkyl ammonium salt is very high, stronger the base. Okay. How the stability depends? The stability can be increased through certain bonds. In water, this alkyl ammonium salt is surrounded by water molecules through hydrogen bonding. When the number of hydrogen bonding, listen carefully, when the number of hydrogen bonding is increases, the stability of alkyl ammonium salt also increases. Then the base become more or highly basic character. I will write it here. Number of hydrogen bond increases, stability of alkyl ammonium salt increases, which in turn increases the basicity of amine. Okay, so let's look into this example. This is a primary amine. This is a primary amine. When primary amine react with the water molecule, forming a primary ammonium alkyl ammonium salt cation. So there are three hydrogen atoms. Three hydrogen atoms are bonded with the three water molecules. So the hydrogen bond number is 3. When we consider the secondary alkyl ammonium salt, only two hydrogen bonds are there. When we consider tertiary, only one hydrogen bond is there. So the stability of tertiary alkyl ammonium salt is very less. Hence, the basicity of, according to solvation effect, basicity of tertiary amine is very less. Okay. So the order of basicity when we consider solvation effect will be primary greater than, secondary greater than tertiary. Okay. When we consider the solvation effect, the order of basicity will be primary greater than, secondary greater than, tertiary. The concept is when the number of hydrogen bond increases, stability of alkyl ammonium salt is also increases. The basic character of amine, the corresponding amine is very high. Okay, the order will be this. So we move on to the next factor, steric effect. Okay, discuss the two factors, Plessey and solvation effect on the basicity of amines. So move on to the third factor, steric effect or steric hindrance. It is the overcrowding of the slowing of chemical reaction due to the overcrowding or the presence of bulky groups. That is known as steric hindrance or steric effect. Let's consider this example. When an amine, this is the tertiary amine, okay, this is tertiary, this is secondary, this is primary. When considering a tertiary amine, the presence of alkyl group, this is a methyl group, hinder or restrict this lone pair of electrons for the approach of this H plus ion. When this H plus ion is come closer to this lone pair or amine, the presence of this bulky group will hinder the approach. That is known as steric effect, and which is maximum in tertiary amine. So the steric effect, the order of steric effect is tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. This is the order of steric effect. Okay, steric effect order is this one. As a result of what happened, the lone pair is not readily available for protonation. This will decreases the basicity. So the basicity order will be primary greater than secondary greater than tertiary. Okay, so just the reverse of the order of steric effect. Let me repeat again. The presence of bulky groups will hinder the approach of H plus ion or an electrophile towards the lone pair of electron, or it will hinder the lone pair of electrons readily available for them to capture. So when the number of alkyl group increases, steric effect also increases. Tertiary alkyl amine is having high steric effect, and the order of steric effect is as follows: tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. As a result of that, the basicity decreases. So the basicity, when we consider steric effect, the order will be primary greater than secondary greater than tertiary. Okay. The order of basicity in aqueous phase, we have considered each factors individually, and the basicity order is written here. When we consider plus A alone, the order will be tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. When we consider solvation effect and steric effect alone, primary greater than secondary greater than tertiary. Okay. But the resultant order is different, because experimentally it is proven that when the alkyl group in an amine is when methyl group, the order will be secondary greater than primary greater than tertiary. When the alkyl group is higher in order to methyl, when it is higher than methyl group, whether it is ethyl, propyl, pentyl and so on, the order will be secondary greater than tertiary greater than primary. This is the basicity, exact order of basicity of amines as proved through experimentally. Okay, this one is very important. This is the main reason the basicity of amines is an important topic in organic chemistry. So this you should understand, you should remember in solving the questions in MCQ. I will repeat again. When the alkyl group is small, means methyl, the order of basicity will be secondary greater than primary greater than tertiary. When the alkyl group is higher than methyl, whether it is ethyl group or propyl group, etc., the order will be secondary greater than tertiary greater than primary. You should remember that when the alkyl group is small, methyl, the small will come middle. When the alkyl group is higher, the higher will come middle. Tertiary will be the middle. Okay. You should remember through this trick to understand the basicity of amines. So I hope you enjoyed the classes. Thank you.